Hello and welcome to your April 2025 energy pick a pile reading. This requires you to choose a number 1, 2, or 3. You can take as much time as you need. You can pause the video if you need to. I suggest taking a big breath in through the nose and out through the mouth, but you don't have to do that. It's all up to you. And we will get started. There will be time stamps down below in accordance with the number that you chose. So let's get started with pile 1. What does April look like for pile 1, Spirit? Wow. I feel like this is I feel like the people that chose a certain pile last month, this might be the one for them. Like there's some kind of repeat energy here that's very interesting to me. Wow, dude. I wish I could be pile 1. Happiness, generosity, becoming a master of skill. Experiencing ascension and synchronicity. You're going to be speaking with spirit, okay? You're going to be getting a lot of downloads or synchronicities. A lot of things there's going to be an exchange of correspondence between you, a person in the physical world, and those who are of the non-physical world. And you're just going to be playing with the universe, you and the universe. There's a lot of exciting energy happening for you specifically towards the last half of April. Seeing the last half of April for a lot of people. There's some kind of energy that's revving up. So the sun, the 6 of Pentacles, and the Magician, along with synchronicity and ascension. Well, this is a highly spiritual reading. So I would see you as a highly connected and spiritual person that has been having some breakthroughs after going through a very difficult time in particular, okay? So I always see a dark period right before the light, and that's usually because it's kind of your soul's way of purging, and it has to sort of like get down with the nitty-gritty and experience that, and then you kind of get shot upward, and at least that's how it's happened for me. So there are some of you that picked this pile that are going through an ascension for sure. But then there are some of you who are already established, okay, that have your ducks in a row or have had an experience of an ascension before, perhaps. But you're standing in the light. The sun is pure happiness. It is pure joy. It is out in the open. There is nothing that is unseen. It's joy and optimism. And there is a feeling here that makes me feel very happy, and my face I'm like smiling, because there are some of you that picked this pile that are being charitable, and maybe you are opening up more to other people. The sun can have to do with the father. So there might be a masculine energy, or somebody that is in your life that is masculine that maybe you're opening up to. And maybe you were closed off before, but you're opening up to that person. But the other thing is that it's charitable, as in I'm going to be taking care of my fellow man. in some way. There is something happening within you that, and it has to do with this ascension and these downloads, that really wants to pursue standing up for other people and making sure that everybody has, proverbially speaking, enough food in their bowls. You want to make sure people have enough because you have an abundance. Whether this is like material or not, you are giving of some sort of energy. And you're being a person that has resources for other people. Okay, it's not just a money thing. It's not just like feeding the hungry or anything. You actually have a lot of resources within you that you are going to be sharing with other people. And because you have become a very skillful person. Now, skill is learned behavior. Talent is what we're born with, right? But skill is, it requires study. So there is something that you have studied that you are now putting into action. And you are concentrating this skill outward because the sun is here. So it's outward, using it in some way for the external, in the external. Okay. And the interesting thing here is that you are going to be able to know that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing based on the synchronicities that you see. So if you're seeing things like feathers or cardinals or it could be anything, and it can be numbers as well. A lot of people see patterns and things. If you have an ability to notice those things around you because you are open to it, and so the universe can communicate with you. And so whenever you're seeing those synchronicities, okay, that's a sign. In this particular case, in the month of April, that is a sign that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. And every step that you make it's divinely orchestrated. You are not too ahead. You are not too behind. You are right on time. And that's a beautiful reading. And I wish you the best of luck. And I'm sending you so much love now and always. Okay, on to pile 2. If you chose pile 2, wow. Again, with all these majors, all these major arcana cards. Okay, somebody here is, wow, okay. I see. You are changing your perspective about something major in your life in the month of April. There was some kind of an illusion that was occurring around you, or that you were in some kind of illusion. You weren't seeing something clearly. Okay, but what you did possibly in the month of March, or what you're doing possibly in the month of April, is changing your perspective. You have the Hanged Man here with the World and Strength, which means this is a major plot point in your life. This is not something that's just, tying my shoes, walking out the door, and going to the store. Like basic mundane stuff. This is big life-changing energy because you have 3 major arcanas here, pile 2. You are choosing to take a pause, okay, to look at things in a certain way, okay, and then decide which one of those things needs to be discarded by you and which one is going to now be consumed by you. Like, you're going to take that on. It's a matter of perspective that changes your outlook on You're changing your focus as well here. It's about changing your focus. It's about endings and new beginnings, and it's about changing because you feel like you are not the only one that is being affected by by these illusions and by these things that were getting in the way. Like you needed to move them out of the way. Oh, this could also be an ending to a relationship. But it feels like it's a huge change in the influences that you are around. You yourself are noticing how much impact you make and how much influence you have. And so you're taking into consideration, and you are being responsible with how you interact and what you're putting out into the world. Wow. Because you know that if it isn't conducive, if it isn't something that is influencing the world for the better, you don't want to put it out there. So you're trying to change perspective so that you can do better in the world. And you are. You also, I also see like a little bit of a celebrity status here. So I don't know if like you're an influencer of some kind, but it is, if not, it's just, you are a highly compassionate person and you are seen that way. You're going through a sacrificial time in your life, discarding things that don't work, but also sacrificing something for the world at large. And you are deciding to end any kind of chaos in your environment, and finding inner peace, relying on inner strength, trying to have a triumph after an onslaught of losses. I want a triumph. So, and you are, this is the major, this is the nugget of truth from spirit. Everything you imagine is reality. It becomes reality for you. So your imagination is now in this mode of creating all that you wish to see, because you yourself have gone through an enormous amount of healing and growth within you. And now you are using your imagination to create that in the external world, in your external world, and you are doing things the same. Oh, this is so cool. I really admire you. All the things that you've learned, you got it. You learned how to give to yourself in some major ways, if not like fully. And you are now taking that knowledge and giving it out into the world. So you're like, I'm at peace inside. I have internal harmony, and I want to be able to use that to create it in the world. There's so much here about you relying on your strength as well. And it needs to be said that you are no longer under any kind of illusion. But the illusion part came from pain within you, and that has gone away for the most part. Yes, you've worked through it, because this is a huge life change, a huge transformation that you've gone through in your life. And it's happening. I think it started already, but it could be starting in April, right? But that's the energy that that you're putting out. That's the energy you're going through, pile 2, for the month of April. And I am sending you so much love now and always. Okay, pile 3. What do we have here? Wow. Okay. Okay, all right. Ooh. Listening to my natural rhythm. Is it somebody who said, to you, that you wouldn't be a responsible person? Because that's what I'm reading here. This you have 6 of Swords, 9 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles with natural rhythm and the path. So I would see this as, for the month of April, you are moving on from something, but it is more of a rite of passage. It's moving from chaotic waters to calmer shores. And it's your resilience and your perseverance here that is paramount in the month of April. Because you have such a strength. You have such a strength to have moved through what you have. I can feel it. It's heavy. Okay. But the thing that you're learning about yourself through this time is your strength and how to get through anything. And that you will always keep trying to get to the other side. Keep trying to move through whatever life throws at you, and then you're looking for that clearing. So there is an emphasis on being resilient, on an emphasis on reaching down into yourself for the courage that you need to move on from a situation. And you are being shown that you need to have patience with yourself and the process. That fighting against it is only making it last longer. Whatever this mountain that you're climbing, whatever it is, don't give up on the fact that you can get through it. You have accomplished so much. You just move at your own pace, and it's not fast enough for people. And that's a shame, okay? You're moving with your own natural rhythm. In the month of April, you're going to be discovering what that rhythm is and how you have always listened to it and what happened when you weren't and you were trying to move at the pace of somebody else. No, I want you to do it this way. No, well, I don't operate that way. I operate this way. That kind of thing is happening. And what happens here in the month of April is that your own pathway clicks into place and shows up beaming. And you are on that path, following your guidance, your internal guidance, and the help that you receive from spirit as well, to be on this path and this natural rhythm. But it's you've been going through challenges. You have been going through a lot of challenges, and it has been hard. And in the month of April, you're going to be learning how the challenges are what has made you. They've made you the beautiful, resilient, courageous, patient, responsible person that you have grown into. So you have to, in a way, you're making peace with things, but you're also acknowledging the things you've been through, the challenges, as you're kind of giving them another name. You're seeing them in a different way. They're not challenges anymore. They're things that put you to the test, and you aced it because you're still here breathing, aren't you? We still persevere no matter what. So you are a person with extremely high levels of courage. And I know that just from what I'm seeing here, that the little things, it's like little experiences that are just like, oh my God, so frustrating, or pain in the neck. And you can't, you're like, when is this gonna stop? It starts with you, and it starts with you listening to that inner voice that's telling you how to go about it. And how that inner voice is going to tell you how to go about it in a way that's going to allow you to reach peace and get through the experience much, much faster than you have before. So keep in mind not to struggle against. Don't push against the current. Go with that flow, because that's going to lead you right into that natural rhythm. Yeah, this is a very good month. It's a very good month of being shown who you are, and you letting go of anybody else's wants and needs about how you move in the world. Yeah, it's really, really cool, Pile 3. So that's been your reading, and I'll probably see you next month, hopefully. And I'm sending you so much love now and always.